Music fades hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today, we're going to delve into a topic that affects us all, a topic that's been the subject of countless debates, research studies, and health campaigns. We're talking about the impact of processed foods on our health. Let's start by defining what we mean by processed foods. In the simplest terms, processed foods are foods that have been altered in some way from their natural states. This could be through canning, freezing, refrigeration, dehydration, or cooking. Now, not all processed foods are bad for us. In fact, some processing methods can actually make foods safer or more nutritious. But today, we're focusing on the kind of processed foods that are typically high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium. These are the foods that are often packaged in boxes, cans, or bags and have a long shelf life due to the added preservatives. So why are these foods so prevalent in our diets? Well, they're convenient, they're cheap, and let's face it, they often taste pretty good. But the problem is these foods can have a significant impact on our health. Firstly, let's talk about obesity. There's a growing body of evidence that links the consumption of processed foods to obesity. These foods are often high in calories and low in nutrients, which means they don't fill us up as much as whole foods do. As a result, we end up eating more than we need, leading to weight gain. But it's not just about weight. Consuming too much processed food can also lead to a range of other health problems. For instance, they can increase our risk of heart disease. Many processed foods are high in trans fats and saturated fats, which can raise our levels of bad cholesterol and lower our levels of good cholesterol. This can lead to the buildup of fatty deposits in our arteries, increasing our risk of heart disease and stroke. Processed foods can also have a significant impact on our blood sugar levels. Many of these foods are high in refined carbohydrates, which our bodies break down into sugar. This can lead to spikes in our blood sugar levels, which over time can increase our risk of developing type 2 diabetes. And let's not forget about the impact on our gut health. Many processed foods lack dietary fiber, which our gut needs to function properly. A lack of fiber can lead to problems like constipation and other digestive issues. Plus, some research suggests that a diet high in processed foods can alter the balance of bacteria in our gut, which could have implications for our overall health. Now, I don't want to paint a picture of doom and gloom here. The reality is it's not practical or even necessary to eliminate all processed foods from our diet. But what we can do is make more informed choices about the foods we eat. For instance, we can try to limit our intake of processed foods that are high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium. We can also look for foods that have been minimally processed, like frozen fruits and vegetables, which can be just as nutritious as their fresh counterparts. And of course, we can try to incorporate more whole foods into our diet, like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. In conclusion, while processed foods can be convenient and tasty, it's important to be aware of their potential impact on our health. By making more informed food choices, we can enjoy a balanced diet that supports our overall health and well-being. That's all for today's episode. I hope you found this discussion enlightening and that it encourages you to think more critically about the foods you consume. Remember, your health is in your hands, and every small change can make a big difference. Until next time, stay healthy and keep learning.